Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So as I finish up the 1982 Honda CB650 build, I figured I needed to have something else queued up. So here is my 1974 Honda CT70 that I'm about to turn into something new. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with this. Every time I do one of these first videos, I say what my plans are and things inevitably change. I think the 190 CT70 was going to do that as a restore and I couldn't be further from it. I think the 1969 bike, which ended up as a full restore, wasn't going to be, and actually at one point had a life and engine in it, and then ended up as a pretty nice restore. Actually, I recently sold that bike and I got a really premium price for it, but it was a really premium build. It actually went to the owner of an NHRA drag racing team, so that bike's going to live its days out on a real racetrack as a real pit bike. Kind of a nice story. It's like the dog that goes to the farm to live out its days. So happy that I sold that bike the way that I did, but now ready for the next build. So the 1974 has a lot of fundamentally different things than the 1969 or 70 bikes that I've been doing. I think this is called the K3, which is different from the K0 and K1 bikes that I've done in the past. The very first bike I had on the channel, though, the 1976 I think bike it was, the red one, had a lot of similarities to this bike, with the turn signals now integrated since after 1970. That became a requirement. The suspension's different, the taillights are different, the headlight bucket is metal and a little bit different. It also has these ears, which are kind of hard to find, and this bike actually has a lot of parts in remarkably good shape. So this bike is, as you can see across the table, in pieces, but a lot of the core pieces are here. The frame itself is in pretty good shape. I'm going to take out these bolts and some of these other pieces apart to see what I'm actually dealing with, and then I'll have this sandblasted, get it in shape before I get it colored. I believe this bike came in two colors, this orange color and I think another blue color. I think I'm probably going to stick with this orange color because it's something that I haven't done yet, and I also like the look of it. But the hubs are in good shape. It has the foot pegs, which have been sandblasted and look really solid. The front rims are pretty straight. The rear rim here has a pretty good dent in it. We'll see if I can't bang it out. If I can't, rim halves are relatively easy to replace. The front brake looks good. The front shocks probably aren't going to make it. We'll see though once I clean them up whether or not they can be salvaged or not. And then it comes with the original engine for the bike, and it looks in good shape. The engine seems to spin freely, but who knows what it actually looks like inside. I'm planning on starting off rebuilding this engine. On the last bike I got some experience taking it apart and understanding what's going on inside of it, so eager to crack into this one and see what it looks like. I'm going to actually try to keep the original head on this one too, but again, who knows what this actually ends up as. I may end up doing something completely wild just because my interests always change as I'm working on a project. But excited to be doing another CT build in the garage. It's nice to go back to something that I'm so comfortable with after having gone through the CB bike, which gave me a lot of anxiety throughout the entire build. I'm absolutely floored with how good the bike came out with though, and I actually just went in for a ride on it. The weather's cooling off here in Florida and it's a great bike. Looking forward to those final tweaks and then spending a lot of time cruising around on that thing. But the CB650 took me about 4 months to finish. I'm expecting this one's only going to be about a month or two. Again, I know all the things that I have to do and I know how to do them. It's just deciding exactly how I execute, and I'm also going to have to hunt down a few pieces. It didn't come with the speedometer, which is a little harder to find on these models. It's that round one, unlike that triangular one that there's lots of reproductions available for. Similarly, the seat and the rear lights and some of these other pieces, I may try to find original, but I may also just try to do something completely new. So again, don't take what my plans are at this point for much, just because all of those are bound to change. But anyway, I hope you look forward as much as I do to getting this build together. If you got any questions or comments or suggestions on how I handle this build, please drop them in the comments below. Thanks a lot, and stay tuned for more videos.